Oh, hello. I'm just eating a little bit before I did this. Just did my dinner. So I like to cook. And I don't think I've ever shown or said this on here, but I have something a little bit unique that I'm cooking. And now I know a lot of people may well have heard of this before, but I'm basically having for my tea potatoes in gravy. Now, this is an interesting thing, because I don't know anybody who does this. I've seen variations like it, where people slice potatoes and they normally put oil on them, like they roast them. They sort of like get a potato, peel it, they basically slice it, put them on a tray, put some oil on it and put them in the oven. Well, I don't do that. What I do is I actually put them in gravy. You need basically a dish, right? A dish so that you can fit a fair sized dish, you know, like that, you know, so you can put a good few sliced potatoes in the actual dish, and then you cover it with gravy, so the whole of the potatoes are covered in gravy. You can have the gravy as thick as you like, or as thin as you like. I don't suggest it too thin in the middle. And then you cook it in the oven for about an hour or two, until the well, not 2 hours, I think that might be a little bit, because you'll cook it again when you add things to it. And what you do is you basically cook it until the potatoes are really soft, and that's what I like to have. I like to have that, and it's really nice food. And I add, like, carrots to it. I do normally add hot dogs to it, you know, tinned hot dogs, but, you know, so, and I have that. And then I have, basically, today, dumplings. Homemade dumplings. This is a recipe that I got off my mum. My mum basically got a recipe off her mum, which is my gran. And it's a very simple recipe of basically self-raising flour, butter or margarine, lard. You mix it all together, you put some water to it so it binds it and it really makes it a bit gooey in that. And that's how basically I make my own dumplings. I don't know whether it's a common way, but it's certainly a way that I do my dumplings, and it's something that basically I've always done. It's very nice, and I put that with my potatoes in gravy and carrots. And that consists of my dinner. Now, I know there are people out there who think, there's like, oh, don't you ever cook? You know, because I said to somebody about, I was doing hot dogs the other week and putting them in rolls and so on. He said, that's not really making a meal, is it? No, it ain't making a meal, but I'm making one today. And I'm telling you that I'm making a meal today. Or although it won't be when I upload it, because when I upload it, it could be the following day. So therefore, you'll be looking back, you'll be thinking back, whatever. Anyway, and it just spurred me on about, I was watching a program on BBC3 called Superbrands, of, Secrets of the Superbrand with Alex Riley. And he's been scouring certain companies to find out how they get into our cupboards and things like that, you know. What is it that triggers our minds to the food that we like, you know, the brands and certain, you know, is it because they taste better than whatever? Because at the end of the day, you know, you're talking about it like if somebody to put, say, and he did a test of baked beans, but it was a weird one, because some people didn't notice this. He took Heinz baked beans and he basically decided to put them in two different flasks, two different things, right? On one of them he put the label Heinz, and on the other one he put the label of Tesco baked beans. And he asked 11 people basically what beans tasted better. Now, they were practically tasting the same beans, right? But they didn't know that, because they obviously thought the one with the Tesco baked bean label would be Tesco baked bean, and then on the Heinz one. And they actually said that some of them said that the ones in the thing the jar thing where it had like the Tesco baked bean label on it. They said, tasty. Yeah, they were Heinz. Didn't notice the difference. And that's basically an interesting thing that he did. One person did know, and only one person said that they're both the same anyway. Caught Alex Riley out on that one. But yeah, it's often then not something you can do. And I think sometimes, I don't eat baked beans, but I know when I open a tin, because my mum and dad eat them, and some companies do put a lot of bean juice in a can of baked beans. Now I don't know why, but every time I buy spaghetti and sausage from a tin, you never get a lot of juice in it. It's like, I don't know if it's the same with buying baked beans and little mini sausages, but I know that when I buy spaghetti and sausage, you never get a lot of juice in it, and yet you always buy baked beans and get loads of juice. I don't know what it is, why they do that, but it seems to be the baked beans are getting the real deal here, that people are buying them and getting a fair bit of juice that they can use. We are getting, you know, and the program's brilliant, BC3, Secrets of the Superbrands, and was talking about basically that Coca Cola is the biggest soft drink in the world, basically. Almost every country it is selling, like, you know, the biggest, and that, apart from one country called Scotland, as he pointed out, because it's been knocked off the top spot by a local brew. He called it a local brew, Irn Bru, and he actually went to the factory, and the bloke said to him, "You ain't gonna get this recipe," because obviously Alex Riley would want to get the secret recipe of Irn Bru, which will never happen because only 3 people in the world actually have the secret recipe of Irn Bru. So any chance of him getting it would be like, that's so him. But yeah, it's a very interesting concept there, basically, for it. So I'm gonna leave it there anyway, because all this talk of food does make me hungry, and I want to eat something. So I fancy eating a roasty. I might do a roasty with some scrambled egg on a slice of bread. Doesn't it sound curly? Yeah, make your own roasty. And scrambled egg. On a piece of bread. It might not be healthy, but it would be good. And then I can put some tomato juice over the top of it. But that will be like just a little dish that I can whistle up for my dinner, because I don't get home till late tonight, so I won't be having tea until about 9 o'clock, because I have to come home basically around about 8 o'clock, so it's going to be a long while before I get tea. So I thought I would whistle, and that's when I'm actually going to be having my main meal. So anyway, hope you enjoy the videos that I do, and keep watching. Bye for now.